I cracked a cold one for the lads, but the lads are dead. In this video, I am going to refrain from regurgitating the same things everyone else has said around this topic. Because you've heard it, and you don't need to hear it again. I am a day late, as Mental Health Awareness Week is now over, but don't click off now that I've said what the video is about, because I'm going to take a different approach to it. Obviously, these videos about mental health and mental health awareness and all that stuff, they're great and all. I mean, the videos that I've watched, specifically ones from I'm Alex and Brad Does Banter, hearing this kind of stuff from them was nice. I feel like a lot of these videos, not specifically the ones I've mentioned, but this kind of genre in general, tend to follow a script. This video is not monetized. Links for personal help and numbers to call are in the description, and you're not alone. I want to take a slightly different approach. I'm not going to monetize the video, obviously, because that's just a shitstorm I don't need. But my opinions on this are a little different than usual, and it's all coming from a place of what worked for me. I just want to offer what I have to offer. So if you want to watch another mental health awareness video, in fact I will link you some of my favorites in the description. Most of the time anxiety stems from something else, from a specific or set of specific insecurities or experiences, and saying I have anxiety is a bit too much of a blanket term, because as humans we all have anxiety. It's like saying I have happiness, or I have sadness, or I have fear. They're all integrated emotions into the way our brain works. But what causes our anxieties is the thing we need to be talking about, and the thing that we can almost relate to a bit better. So my anxieties stem primarily from a fear of abandonment. As a kid, I went to boarding school, so I was consistently surrounded by other people, friends. I never once really was alone, aside from when they put me in solitary confinement for being a bad child. So when adulthood hit me, where there are periods of time where I am alone, like the last month where I am faced with being alone, that obviously results in a lot of anxiety, and in turn depression. Throughout my childhood as well, I experienced a lot of bullying for my appearance. Back in the day, it was kind of, a lot of people would expect me to have been bullied or harassed for being not of a straight sexual orientation, and that wasn't the case for me. Hence why I'm so blasé regarding how I approach being of a different sexuality. I don't give a shit, and I don't encourage people to give a shit, and maybe that does stem from the fact that it never was a problem for me. What was a problem for me, however, was being singled out and attacked for my appearance. And when I say attacked, it got as bad as where I was beaten up just for looking funny, for looking I admit, like, yeah, I mean, I was a weird looking kid. You know, back then we had all those wristbands like anti-bullying this, anti-bullying that, but kids are gonna pick on people for their appearance, no matter, it's integrated into our human nature, especially for children. They don't understand the implications that are surrounded with behaving like that. And yeah, you can say, oh, we can teach kids to not do that, but they did, and they still did it. So, I mean, you can keep trying, but it's gonna happen. In 100 years' time, there will be kids bullying other kids for their appearance. That's just the way the world works. That's just my opinion anyway, but we're not here to discuss that. As a result of all this, it ruined me. The other things that I've struggled with would be, obviously, my attention span. I've made a video about this, talking about how I have ADD. I've never been diagnosed. I was never allowed to even be tested. Say what you will about that, but basically all the symptoms of what is primarily recognized as ADD are things that greatly impact my life and have prevented me from doing many things and achieving many things. In a way, since I made that video, I'm kind of glad I never got medication. And this goes for like the majority of mental illness. Medication works, but here's the problem. When you get prescribed a drug and you take it, you build up a tolerance, and then you have to up the dosage, and then you up the dosage again and again and again until you are so reliant on this drug at such a high dosage that it's causing more harm to your everyday life than good. The side effects are catastrophic in comparison, and when you don't have access to the medication, then you're fucked. Like, your brain's fucked. Like, I've seen it in other people when they can't get the medication. It's like they are drug addicts at the end of the day, whether the drugs are legal or not. And it's not a bad thing, it's just something I would like to avoid. I mean, everyone in life has some form of mental illness to a degree. The majority of them can be solved with the right mindset, because it is mental at the end of the day. And I'm not telling you that you should be able to solve all your problems without any help or any medication. I'm saying that if you try hard enough, one day you might. One day you might find workarounds, hot fixes, that allow you to be able to live your life without being reliant on other things like medication. And this brings me on to my next point. Making YouTube videos, primarily about petty things like drama and memes and entertainment and games. For someone out there, what I produce and put on my channels could be a part of their day-to-day coping mechanism. Because for me, that was the case with other YouTubers. I mean, for some people it's music, it's television. These things provide us a getaway, a reason to be happy, a chance to relate, a chance to not feel alone. It sounds fucking cringe, but I get so much satisfaction knowing that what I am doing is helping someone cope, is making them smile. That person might not have smiled that day until they watched something I created or something someone else created. And I tell you, it's one of the best feelings, because I know what it feels like to be in the position of watching a particular person on the internet be happy and have fun and make jokes and use that as my getaway and as my coping mechanism. If there's one thing you could take away from this, start watching more YouTube videos. You need to find things that really make you happy, and that, you know, alcohol, drugs, all the other things that you can use are very temporary, potentially damaging hot fixes. They will momentarily suppress any feeling you have, but oftentimes result in a worse feeling when the effects fade away. Some of the most harmless and effective ways to cope with mental health are available for free. The only reason I was able to really pull through quickly going through this recent breakup was Discord. I was feeling intense depression, the most unmotivated and self-defeated I've ever felt in my entire life. I used Discord to make new friends. It sounds fucking cheesy, but in doing that, I got over my problems so much faster. Not one time have I ever seen like a mental health awareness campaign or anything like that and actually felt like I want to go out there and seek help. Because when you're depressed, you often don't even want help. I mean, you want help, but you don't want to go get it because you're depressed. Your anxiety might stop you from going out there and talking about it. But with the majority of mental illness, there are many ways to cope. And you have to find those yourself. I can't tell you what to enjoy. I can't tell you what to want. But I can tell you what worked for me and hope that it might work for you. If what you're feeling is a lot more intense than I'm making what I have gone through sound, then yeah, I do recommend you go get professional help. There's only so much that you can help yourself with, but the majority of you can. You just don't want to, because in your head you feel like you don't have the power or the control, but you do. The mind is a very powerful thing, and that's not a joke. When you find a way to step back and take control of your thoughts and your feelings, and get some self-discipline, you can do so much with your mind. When you're in the moment and you're just enduring these feelings, They're gonna prevent you. Your inner demons are gonna prevent you from doing what you need to do. That's their job. So you need to find a way to step back away from it and take control, almost from a third perspective. Now, does this theory work for things like my ADHD? No, because I forget. That's what ADHD does. But it does work with things like anxiety and depression. At the end of the day, everyone on Earth is gonna die. Our existence is minuscule and irrelevant. So why let your time on Earth be wasted by some chemical imbalance in your brain? Fuck the chemical imbalance and enjoy life. There are so many things, there are so many people in this world that will bring you the happiness and satisfaction that you want out of life. Maybe you're going through a breakup and that person is the only thing that you want to live for. Maybe someone in your family has just died, or maybe your family hate you, or maybe fucking your friends are snakes. There are reasons and ways that you can find happiness. If you need to move out your house, focus all your attention on finding a way to move out. Every day, wake up with the goal of getting one step closer to moving out and shutting off the people that you need to shut off. You need to get over a breakup? Go out, meet new people. If you can't do that, download Discord, talk to people, make new friends, build new memories. And if anxiety just controls your life and stops you from doing all those things, then spend each day working to build up your confidence. I mean, what I went through when I was younger with the appearance situation prevented me from, it stripped away a lot of my confidence, and you can see that if you look at my older videos. I tried to change everything about myself. That's why I grew my hair long. That's why I wore makeup. That's why I only film my videos from a certain angle. That's why I used to flip the image because I thought it looked better. I used to add a softening filter. I was so scared of people seeing who I really was, for fear of being judged like they used to judge me. And now look where the fuck I am. So fuck you, people that fucked with me in school. You're dicks. And the majority of you were fuck ugly yourselves, so kill yourself. There's always a way to find happiness in life. You just need to fucking believe you can do it. Because what else do you have? You can sit there and say, I can't do it. Well, then you're not gonna do it. Say you can do it, and then at least you've got a chance. I don't even know whether I had a direction with this video. I've just spurted out some feelings at the camera and hoping that something resonates with someone watching. So if you do need any links, then the generic fucking self-help hotlines are all in the description. Yeah, just go find something that you fucking enjoy and do it. That's it. I mean, I'm no counselor, but if you tell me in the comments what you're currently dealing with, I want to know. And maybe I will talk about some of those issues in another video. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video. Because this is, in a way, therapeutic for me, as well as hopefully being therapeutic for some of you out there. Talking is fun. Thank you guys for watching. Here are some of my recent videos that I think you should watch. Other than that, I will see you hopefully tomorrow. And do me a favor. Fucking smile, cunt.